Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem of Harkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there, and this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. And this is from RT.com. Published August the 3rd, 2023, in a business news category from RT.com, and it reads, BRICS discussing a launch of the dollar rival, top Russian MP. It says the five emerging nations already outpaced the G7 in the economic growth. Alexander Burkov claimed. Russia, together with fellow BRICS members and other African countries, in discussing the creation of a new global currency that could challenge the U.S. dollar dominance and become analogous to the euro for non-Western states. State Duma Deputy Speaker Alisa Barbarkov has said. In an interview with Russian media on Wednesday, Barbarkov stated that having passed the test of Western sanctions, Moscow is ready to take on a new role in the world order, and together with partners underlining the homogeneity of the U.S., claiming that Russia-Africa summit held in St. Petersburg last week is direct evidence of the failure of the collective West to isolate Russia. He outlined a new trend in the international relations system. Barbarkov stressed that achieving real sovereignty for Russia will necessitate shifting away from the dominance of the U.S. currency. Moscow and its partners would need to create a new monetary unit and on the rules of functioning, he explained. When asked about the new currency, the Russian MP responded, "This is not the yuan or not the ruby. They are already certain formations. The name is not important, but it should be analog of the dollar. After all, BRICS, in terms of its potential today, is greater than the G7. That is potential off the market where this currency can function at very wide. There are no reason to be tied to the dollar," Burkov argued. The BRICS nations have been seeking to shift away from the U.S. dollar in a mutual trade. The de-dollarization trend has been gaining momentum in the wake of the sanctions that effectively cuts Russia off from the Western dominant financial system. Numerous of developing nations, including fellow BRICS members China, India, Brazil, and South Africa, has also started to move forward with the alternative currency and trade. Moscow floated the idea of introducing a BRICS currency last year. President Vladimir Putin said last June that member states were working on developing on a new reserve currency based on a basket of national currency used by the five-nation BRICS. By the five-nation bloc, I meant to say. And with this new form of currency, with this gold currency that the BRICS nations, they're going to have this summit within the month of August as the nations come together right along, adding an additional 40 plus to 60 plus other nations is going to join the movement of the BRICS nations of this new form of currency. As we continue to see, the nations are been dumping the American dollar and turning away from the American dollar as well too, as you read that news article, because Russia and China and other nations got hard hit with hard economic sanctions. So, these nations are and along with the BRICS nations and the other nations are in alliance with the BRICS nations to gather up the new form of currency that's going to be fully displayed at the BRICS summit. And this is and as we get further closer and closer to that, and that's going to enter a cashless society. The central digital bank currency, the Fed now, which we see as well too, and along with this summit the BRICS summit meeting, it's going to take place very soon between the BRICS nations, and the other nations are going to be involved in it as well too, as they overthrow the American dollar and turn away from it. Indeed, dollarization, the American dollar, which be as a top global currency reserve very soon. It's not going to be, even though the American dollar is still strong right along with the euro dollar as well too. But we definitely see an increase in signs. The nation's been turning away from it, dropping the American dollar, as you had emerging nations from China and Russia, as being a top global currency reserve. Now you have the BRICS nations at this summit. They're going to announce this new global currency of the gold-backed currency on top of that as well too. So that's going to lead into a cashless society unto all the nations, and over here in Babylon as well too. So the paper dollar very soon is going to be a thing of the past as we're pushing forward to this central digital bank currency, which is already here, has always been here, but that's going to be a new form of new form of currency, a cashless society, in order to buy or sell. That's going to come into play as well too. And this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16, and it calls it all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a MARK, which is that charagma, cashless society. That technology that they want to have under your skin, the upper part of your body and the right part of your body. In there RIGHTHAND, or in there FOREHEADS. Or even if you're rich or poor, free or bond, to receive that MARK, which is that charagma, under your skin, upper part of your body, and the right part of your body. And this is what we're about to entering into. And this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And that no man might buy or sell, save he had the MARK, which is that charagma, or the name of the BEAST, which is this current system, or the number of his name. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the BEAST, for it is the number of a man, and his number is SIX 300 score SIX. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article from RT.com, business news category as of August the 3rd, 2023. And it says again, BRICS discussing launch of a dollar rival, top Russian MP claims. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Like I mentioned before, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Makar Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered in the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.